Oh, yeah. You already know what time it is. The host with the most, me, Mikey T, here on the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Hey, yo, drop the instrumental, please.
Drawing the keys for this shit now.
Yo.
Yo.
It's your boy, Mike T here on the Man Cave Sports Podcast with my guys. G Money, you got Wild Card Mar, you got Jae Jones. You know what it is. Hey, we are out here. It's sports. Sports is going on. We're here for sports. Before I get to the sports, what I really want to know is how you guys doing this week?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Hey, feeling great, feeling good, looking good. Look good, feel good, get paid good, live good. I don't know. I just remix old Dion shit. I don't care.
I can dig it. G Money, how you up there doing, man?
Hey, doing good, man. Other than this smoke in the area, this shit is crazy, man. Fucking Canada.
Smoke in the area?
Yeah. Again. Quebec.
Yeah, it's back. It's pretty bad. It burned my eyes. Like, it don't really do nothing to me breathing wise. My eyes be burning. Both times it's happened. Both times my eyes be burning.
Ain't nobody hearing that, Mike. You a chief, boy. You got it.
Well, that's kind of why my eyes is be burning. They call me Fat Khalifa. But anywho, we can't do this. Hey, we're going to start with some college baseball, man. We're going to start with some college baseball this week. Oh, I didn't even tell you how my week was. My week was whatever word I was about to use. Y'all try to go ahead in the comments and put what word I was going to use. I don't know what word I'm going to use.
But you going to leave it up to them? Oh, no, don't leave
it was stupendous. It was stupendous. We had our first hater. I got to see it.
I hate her.
We're winning. Now we need.
I hate her.
Now we need 1 million more.
Yeah.
We're kicking. Allow me kicking. But anywho.
Comments.
Yes. If you want to hate on G Money, just G Money this week.
Hey.
Get him. Anywho.
Hair.
Yeah.
Let's go to college baseball, man. The men's college baseball World Series is over. Yes, we have a new champion. We might start having to call this place Title Town.
Hey,
LSU men's, man. LSU men's coming up with the big win. Let's go with G Money first, man. What you think about it, man? How you feel about it?
Hey, I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I tried as much as I could. I caught a couple snippets every once in a while. I always watch the highlights, though. They say this is possibly the greatest college World Series ever for the men's side. Okay. They had 8 games that were decided by 1 run. It tied a mark only twice from prior 75 years before. So that's always exciting to have those type of games. I can go on and on for numbers. They had a lot of numbers, but also most importantly, it's not just having those numbers, but they have the prospects as well. They have 6 of the 10 ESPN prospects that are projected in the MLB draft that were playing in this World Series as well. So these are big-time ball players playing at the college level right now. So always entertaining out there. And it went to the final game, game 3. You know, what else can you ask for?
Got you. Jae Jones, what you think about this, man?
Hey, man, shouts out LSU. Title Town, baby. Could be possibly Title Town, man. I caught the championship game. It was a pretty good game. It got a little wild for Florida. But after the second inning, they gave up about 6 runs. In the fourth inning, they gave up another 4 on 2 outs on a kind of like a crazy hop on third base. I think they categorized it as an error. But it was like G said, it was a great World Series. The game before, Florida smacked LSU 24-4. So like G said, man, a lot of prospects. The top 3 prospects were in the championship game, I believe as well. Dylan Cruz, who won the Golden Spike Award. He had a hell of a year, so look out for him. He'll probably be a first or second pick of the MLB draft. But it was definitely great. Shout out to LSU, man. This is their 7th title, so shout out to them, man.
Wild card Mars, jump in this thing, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
What the hell happened to you? What the
Yeah,
All right, bro.
no,
See that smoke travels all the way to Kansas City, man.
Nah. What it is I'm choking like Florida did in the championship game when they had all them runs in game 2 and then save enough for the championship game. So it like G said, it went 3 games, but it was dope. First game winning the extra innings, LSU won in 11, and then game 2, like I said, Florida smacked them up, like Jay said as well. And then game 3, I mean, it was OVA. Yes, a quick early fix. I mean, you saw the cats in the stadium already talking. You know, they was getting their Angel Reese on. You know, everybody was getting their Angel Reese on. So shout out to Angel Reese. He over starting a little trend. You know, got pointed at the ring for LSU. If you wearing purple and gold, man, hey man, you've been pointing at some rings a lot this year, except the football team. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. So hey, shout out to LSU and them Gators, man. They got chalked out. Yeah.
Joe Burrow had that. He did the ring joint too when they won.
Yeah, he did it too. You're right. So it's an LSU thing. I guess you know, don that purple and gold down in the bayou. Better point at the ring finger, man.
Point it out.
Congratulations to the LSU Tigers, men's Tigers, for a successful season, winning that ring. And hey, man, it's dope to see them win. And like you guys said, there's so many prospects that was in this series that it's dope to see what they're going to do with their future. So shouts out to them guys. And hopefully they're getting that NIL money, because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing. Hopefully they're getting that. But speaking, we're going to stay on the baseball. We're going to stay on the baseball. The All-Stars for baseball have been announced. Okay. They announced right now, they've announced everybody so far. And the Texas Rangers lead with 4 people. The Braves and the Dodgers have 3 people each. There's a rookie starting in the game from the D-backs.
Yes,
Corbin Carroll, he's starting in there. And he's the 25th rookie to be named to an All-Star team. So, fellas, let me get y'all thoughts on the All-Star game. What you guys think? I usually enjoy kind of the All-Star festivities because it's around my birthday time. Sometimes it's landing on my birthday, so it's been pretty cool. I enjoy the home run derby. I think they need to do a little bit more, but I will say one thing about their All-Star festivities, I would say it's better than football. So it's like basketball, then probably baseball, then probably football. And the NHL one is pretty good too, but we're not going to get onto that. What do you guys think? Let's start with Wild Card Mom. What do you guys think about these All-Stars, man?
Man, it's dope to see Ronald Acuna on there, staying healthy. You know, shout out to Double J over there. I know he happy about that. And hey, when I see Ohtani and Mike Trout on there, it always brings me back to that great debate that we got with me and Double J about Ohtani, Judge, and who's the best. And, you know, we can have that debate another time. But as I'm seeing y'all as all-star starters, like, come on now. Like, we got to get to postseason, fellas. Gotta get to postseason. That's all I'm saying. But
sometimes you're an all-star. You're not on the best team.
Oh, trust me. I agree with you, Mike. You're right. All I'm saying is that when you got 2 all-stars and highly paid and we can be real about both of them, at one point in their time in career, they was looked at as the best in the game. So you on the same squad. That's all I'm saying. Get the playoffs, pimp. That's all. But no, it's good to see Mike Trout back on the All-Star team for sure. I think he gets kind of lost in the shuffle of being like one of them best dudes, but dope.
Got you. Nice. G Money, where we at, man? What you think about the All-Star game? I know you hype about it.
Hey, yeah, All-Star game is awesome. I would love to come back to DC. I'm trying to go to home run derby. That's what I want to see for
Me too.
sure. But like you said, Corbin Carroll out there, man. He's not only a rookie on the All-Star team, but he is right behind Ronald Acuna's tail for this MVP actually for voting too. He only trails Ronald Acuna by very slightly in stats, pretty much. Ronald Acuna do have more steals than him and a couple more homers, but hey, they're both doing what they're doing. They're making the team win. Another rookie out there is Matt McClain for the Cincinnati Reds. We've been talking about them. We talk about Ellie De La Cruz, but Matt McClain for the Cincinnati Reds, he's been on fire for them since they brought him up. So that's big shout out to the Reds, not the league leading, but the division leading team out there. Some people surprised me though. Miguel Vargas as an all-star, no, I don't think that should be it, but it's also voting still. It's still in the voting right now, I think. So he shouldn't even be in that voting for real, because I play fantasy and he's doing nothing for fantasy at all. So his stats ain't that great. But hey, summer baseball, halfway through the season almost. We're gonna see what happens for these guys, and we'll see. I like what they did with the All-Star game last year a lot, because they had pitchers on the mic and everything. They were talking shit while they're throwing these pitches to the guys. It was very entertaining to watch at the same time. So we gave them a shout out last year for the way they handled their All-Star stuff, and we talked about how, hey, it's something NFL needs to take notice of. Everybody, NBA as well. Taking notice of how MLB does the All-Star pretty damn good. Well, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and correction, they for myself, what I said, I thought that everybody had been picked, but the reserves will be picked this Sunday. So the next day after you watch this show, they'll be picked, and we'll talk about that more in the future. But you guys see, I stepped up my baseball. I said some names and stuff, man.
I see y'all did.
I've been watching Sports Center. I've been watching Sports Center. Jae Jones, come on, jump in this thing, man.
Man, well,
I know you're happy about your guy.
Yeah, man. It's pretty Braves heavy for the NL right now. A few of my players got beat out, but some of the other players deserved it. Luis Reyes, second baseman. We spoke about him and how he's hitting close to 400. So definitely shout out to him. Nolan Arenado, legendary third baseman. So he beat up my man Austin Riley, but I'm cool with it, man. Happy to see some obviously some Braves in there. I like the AL squad as well. Like Mars said, you finally got Trout and Ohtani on the same team, so it makes you feel like the Angels are kind of doing something. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. It's tomorrow's testament, man. I think they're gonna make it. So I'm looking forward to seeing them make that wild card spot. But I love it. Your boy Bryce, he was I think he's gonna get the reserve. He was a finalist for a starter, but he ended up JD Martinez actually got voted in over him slightly.
He's balling too, JD.
I got that in my notes. JD won 53% to 47%.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Michael. See.
Hey man, listen. I'm just out here trying to be the host with the most.
I ain't mad.
That's a Renaissance man right there.
I ain't mad at it, baby. But yeah, man, let's go NL. Let's bring this thing home, baby. Let's go.
And he played for something too in the All-Star game for them.
He got home field.
Yeah, World Series.
They still. I thought they took that away.
I
think I told you that last year, and I think they took it away.
You might. You might be right. We have to look that up.
It was for a long period of time. It was that, and that's what made the All-Star game when we was coming up really special, because they started doing it when we was kind of in our high school years and things like that. I do think that they took that away. I'm not too sure.
It was after I want to say 2000, 2001 or 02 All-Star game when they was in Milwaukee and they tied, because that's when Torrey Hunter robbed Barry Bonds of the home run.
Yeah,
and it tied, and then after that, people was mad, like, "Yo, why y'all ended in a tie?" And so each year they went ahead and was like, "Yo, winner gets home field advantage, so you got to finish the game out." So that's when it actually, you're right, Mike T. It got more competitive. You saw the managers was in there actually doing strategy as if it was a normal ball game, and that's when players didn't even mind playing it. So I think they might have taken that away because it kind of went down a little bit.
It
I will
was
say this.
2017. He took it away. He took it away.
Okay.
But Oracle, I tell you, listen, anyway, but what I will say about the baseball one is they do seem to play. Their stars do seem to play. I think recently some of them stopped playing a little bit, but for the most part, especially when we was kids, we seen the Griffeys, the Derek Jeter, the Alex Rodriguez, the Mike Mussina.
Hey, throw my man the big hurt, Frank Thomas, baby.
Frank Thomas.
Legend.
Wade Boggs. You know what I'm saying? We seen these guys play like the stars of baseball play usually in the All-Star game. So that's another thing they have a plus on, because sometimes NBA All-Star game we don't get all the players that should be playing in the All-Star game, and then Lord knows in Pro Bowl. Shit, we don't.
Hey, don't even talk about the NFL.
Hey, I think it's gonna be a lot of runs scored this year. With the rule changes, man. A lot of with the shift out, so I think it's gonna be a lot of runs scored this game. I think it's gonna be real entertaining this year.
Okay, so switching.
I know Alec Manoah will not be pitching in the All-Star game this year. That's for sure.
Got you. Listen,
hey, he ain't even in the majors, bro.
I got something new for y'all. We usually do the shot clock. This is the pitch count.
Ooh.
You get 60 seconds, fellas. 60 seconds apiece. Now, y'all usually don't ever listen. But okay.
Hey, can we get a drop on this joint? Like,
I will let you know when it's 60 seconds. Okay. So, can the Yankees make the postseason without Aaron Judge injury?
Who's that to?
Okay, let's start with who's gonna take the longest. Let's go with G Money.
All right. Give me 60
I'm glad you
seconds.
admitted he take the longest.
60 seconds. Right. Hey, right now the Yankees are at the second wild card spot. Right, second wild card spot right now. So that right now they're technically in the playoffs. But last year they were the number 1 seed in their division. They had a 240+ run differential last season. At the moment, they're 33 runs plus at the moment up. They're going to score 100 less runs than last year. Aaron Judge is out. That's 100 less runs being scored easily. And they're giving up about 150 to 200 more right now. If they keep this up, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, actually. I think other teams are going to catch them in the wild card, and they will be out the playoffs. But if Aaron Judge comes back in the season after the All-Star break, they'll have a shot. But I'll say no for now.
Okay. Jae Jones, 60 seconds.
No, they won't make the playoffs if Aaron Judge is not there. They're 14-17 without him. They're currently batting .229, 27th in the MLB. He's just a huge part of their offense. Then when you look at their schedule on the backside of the All-Star break, it ain't looking really favorable. So I'm gonna go with no. They do not make the playoffs if Aaron Judge is out.
Wild card Mar.
I'm actually gonna say yes, and for this reason only. The general manager will not stand by and just let the team not kind of recoup what you're losing with Aaron Judge. So they're either going to make a couple of trades for maybe a real high profile player that you could put anywhere, or some decent reserves, 2 or 3 of them that can make up for one person's loss. They're going to make that loss up, whether it's through trades or sign somebody. So yeah, they'll still make the playoffs, and they still got so much left on their roster. Rizzo, LeMahieu, Stanton. Your boy just hit a perfect game the other day. So
Stanton's batting average is like 120 something right now.
And are you really dependent on somebody that's injury prone?
Hey, I hear what you're saying, but you're gonna have to, because the workhorse that carried them last year, he hurt. So, and I don't think he'll come back. So they're gonna make some transactions. So I think they still make it.
Okay. So That was pretty good. You guys all was under a minute. Almost Mar wasn't because you guys interrupted him. And you
It
guys,
just add it on.
hey man, rudely interrupted my man Mar. But I'm gonna stay with the same theme, and this time I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute as a whole. It's called a free for all pitch count.
Oh God.
Who, after I say the question, whoever wants to jump in first, jump in. Who is going to be the best team in the second half of the baseball season? Go.
St. Louis Cardinals.
Ooh, St. Louis
Atlanta Braves.
Cardinals. Atlanta Braves.
This mother.
I mean, hey, they were the best in the first half almost, but I'm gonna stick with them. Hey, Texas Rangers, man. Texas Rangers. They've been
Oh man, y'all copping out. Y'all over here taking teams that's already dominating in their divisions and stuff.
I think the Padres are gonna make a run. I think the Padres.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
I think
we still got 30 seconds.
The Padres are 8 games back. The Padres are 8 games back. I think they get on track. I think the bats get high. I think they make a run. I think they'll be all right. Them and the Reds.
Overrated. Overrated.
Hey.
10 seconds.
Padres overrated. It ain't happening.
You ain't lying. I ain't mad at them though. I don't. That's about it. Ain't really nobody showing no.
Dodgers. I'll throw that out there. All right, and that's the 60 seconds. So, hey man, you hear what the guys say? Make sure you guys hold them to them. Because you see, I didn't see anything. I gotta watch some more Sports Center. So make sure you hold these guys to it. Hey, listen. I can't tell you who I think is gonna win because I'll be wrong when it comes to baseball on this show. And I have no problem admitting it. Hey, I don't know everything. But what I do know is there's a debate about one of the NFL great players of all time. And also one of the good podcasters out here in the podcast space. His name is Freaky Freddy T. And I got to add the freaky part to it because that's my guy. Fred Taylor, you know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to college football, I love everything Florida. I really don't have a team besides the U, but I love all the Florida teams. Fred Taylor was a dog in the Florida Gators, but he was a werewolf with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And these people are trying to hate on him to keep him out the Hall of Fame. Hey, man, what you guys think? I'm going to go with, you know who I'm going to go with first? The person that he was running their team over the most, Jae Jones. Let's go, Jay.
He was all right, but we knocked his ass out the playoffs too. We got the best of them anyway. But Fred Taylor, though, I like how you did that. But Fred Taylor, it's tough. His numbers, he's really got the numbers. He's got a lot, 11,695 yards running. He's got 74 touchdowns total. But I think it's going to be hard for him to get in because he doesn't have the accolades that the NFL Hall of Fame committee is looking for. He doesn't have like the MVPs. He doesn't have the rookie of the years. He doesn't have the all-team decades. He doesn't have a lot of that. So that works against him, unfortunately. So number-wise, I think he has it. But based on what I've read in the Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame commission people, they're big on all these accolades. He never made it to a Super Bowl. I think that's what's going to hold him back. And then his competition, right? You look at players who are not in the Hall of Fame, even from that era. You got Jamal Lewis, who's not in the Hall of Fame, who has a Super Bowl, multiple Pro Bowls, 62 touchdowns total and all that stuff. You got Sean Alexander, who has the MVP rushing title, 3 Pro Bowls. You got Corey Dillon, who had a Super Bowl and, had similar numbers. So, and then obviously he's not just competing against running backs, he's competing against other positional players. And, each year, more Hall of Famers are being voted in. So I think it's going to be hard for him to get in just on that aspect because he doesn't have the other the accomplishments all the other players have going into the Hall of Fame. Like he only got one Pro Bowl selection, and they saying he was a reserve for Willie. He got in because Willie Parker was out. So he has the stats, but I don't think he's going to get in. I think he deserves it, but I don't think they're going to let him in based on that.
Okay, so I'm gonna push back on you a little bit, Jay. Here,
Okay.
all the running backs you named were more popular than Fred Taylor. They weren't more serviceable than Fred Taylor for the period that Fred Taylor was as serviceable as he was. Let's keep it real. Corey Dillon had a little hot flash. Sean Alexander had a hot flash. And I know because he played for us and he was some total garbage when he played for us.
That's true.
Who else did you name?
Jamal Lewis, Sean Alexander, Corey Dillon.
Jamal Lewis had a hot flash.
I mean, even my man Eddie George not in there. I don't think he gonna get in.
And you know why them two not getting in? Before I go to Mar and Gary, you know why them two not getting in? You said the accolades and credentials. The two accolades and credentials they don't do is they don't kiss ass.
That's true. But because if we're being fair, and this is I know I'm hosting today, but I feel passionate about this topic because I really love Fred Taylor. I do too.
I think that for him, one, he's in a front. He was in the expansion team.
He was expansion team, yeah, and I worked against him.
Two, if you're going to put Tony Baselli in there, then how do you not justify Fred Taylor?
That's true.
And one of those receivers.
I think Keenan Allen get in? I don't think did either one of them get in? Keenan McCardle, Jimmy Smith.
Neither one of them got in.
Did Mark Brunell? I don't think Mark Brunell got in. I don't
think Mark Brunell should get in because of the second part of his career. If we're talking about his Jaguars career, then maybe. But I don't think Mark Brunell is a. And I know G. I'm going to you next, G. And I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me on this. Mark Brunell is not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Nah,
but Fred Taylor is a Hall of Fame.
I think he should get in, but based on what, and I mean, they still saying he can get in. Like, I guess if he doesn't get selected in, I think that they have like a pick where like they can like pick him to get in. But I just think, the legacy, yeah. I just think based on, I mean, there's no real criteria for Hall of Fame, but I think that's what they're trying to use against him for him not to get in that Hall of Fame. But I think he's definitely got the numbers to get in the Hall of Fame and should be in there.
Well, there is the criteria. I'm gonna go to G now. But here's the criteria. You know what the criteria is? Bullshit. Because T.O. ain't get in for fucking 3 times.
That's true. There you go.
So go ahead, G Money. My bad.
I'm gonna be the bad guy here because I love me some Freddie T, but he is not Hall of Fame running back in my mind. He is. Do you think Steven Jackson's a Hall of Fame running back?
No, because Jackson.
Okay, Steven Jackson has the same amount of rushing yards as him, basically. Okay, he has the same amount of rushing yards as him.
He wasn't on the expansion team.
Fred Taylor has 1 Pro Bowl in his entire career. I'm looking at his season stats. He has a couple good seasons. Only 2 seasons above double-digit touchdowns. Every other season is below 8 touchdowns maximum. He's also the 17th all-time rushing leader. That's big. That's cool. Steven Jackson's 18th. But for touchdowns, he's all the way down there. He's behind Zeke. I mean, I don't think Zeke's getting in the Hall of Fame. He's behind Zeke on rushing touchdowns already. Zeke hasn't even played that many seasons as Fred Taylor has. So is Fred Taylor getting in? Right now, no. He's not getting in my mind. I love Fred Taylor. I love the Jaguars when he played for him. I like Fred Taylor as the man he is, but he is not getting in the Hall of Fame at this moment. Legacy, okay. Yeah, I give him that. No doubt. Give him that for sure. He carried the Jaguars in there, but in my mind, Hall of Fame, not first ballot, not second ballot. That's for sure.
Before I go to wildcard, Mark, this sucks about hosting today because I can't really say what I really want to say.
Yes, you can. You the host.
I gotta keep it moving.
No, you don't. Man, hey, say what you gotta say.
Hold on.
Say your piece, dog.
I am the host. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. But right now, I am not going to get this into a G Money versus Mike T thing. because what he's saying is ludicrous. He just said he carried the Jacksonville Jaguars. For that alone, he should be in every Hall of Fame, period.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars ain't carried the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fred Taylor carried that team.
Tony Baselli, Mark Brunell, it was a team effort over there. Let's not get it twisted.
When Mark Brunell left, and it was Brian left. When Mark Brunell left, and Brian left was the quarterback. Who was the running back? Fred Taylor.
And he scored maybe 8 touchdowns max, but that was it.
But this is when Fred Taylor is one of the last of the pure 1 to 3 down backs.
I got
Fred Taylor last played a game in 2010. That was for the Patriots.
Hold on,
we still have workhorse running backs right now.
Hey. Let me finish. What I said was Fred Taylor was one of the last 1 to 3 down backs before the game started turning to a passing league. And that's a fact because he had 2 receivers on his team. Jacksonville was one of those teams that was when they started. I'm not going to say they started to pass the ball more, but they were one of those teams that had a fun style of passing when they passed the ball. So he is a lot of. I mean, listen, man.
The game didn't change in 2008.
You can't tell me anything before 2016. You got me in 2016 and up because I ain't been watching. Before then, if you look on the tape and you look at Freddie Taylor, you're going to say that guy's a Hall of Fame compared to everything else. Eddie George should be in the Hall of Fame. And you know what? You're right, G. I'm not going to hold you. You are right about this. I do think Steven Jackson should be in the Hall of Fame for all them years that he held down the Rams. It's not his fault he played for a shitty franchise.
True.
Cowboys should have drafted him.
I can't say that. You know I can't say that. But I'm not saying that you're wrong about that. What I'm saying is we can't fault people for being on shitty teams and shitty franchises that have proven that they're shitty franchises. He didn't play for the LA Rams. He played for the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah. And he was a beast.
He was.
So we can't hold people back because of these situations. But I do get your point though, as far as the touchdowns. That did shock me when I looked at it. I thought he had more than he had. That is a great point, G. Wildcard Mar, jump in here real quick, man.
All right, so if Terrell Davis is in the Hall of Fame,
there we go.
And he had a moment. He didn't
there
have
we go.
Terrell Davis got 7,696 yards.
There we go.
Fred Taylor is shitting on him in rushing yards. My thing is we also got to take into account when Fred Taylor was playing, you had people like Terrell Davis. You had the Damian Tomlinson in the AFC. I mean, you talking about Jerome Bettis, Marshall Faulk.
Those guys are those are Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but he's not beating them. He's not beating them in Pro Bowl voting off his name alone.
He's not going to beat them in Pro Bowl votes,
and he shouldn't.
That's not his fault.
That's not his fault, though, G.
His production.
You're right. He's not as good as him. It's not his fault.
No, G, come on. Now, Fred.
Well, he's a victim of being on a shitty franchise.
Thank you.
Are you telling me Fred Taylor and Marshall Faulk are here?
No. What I'm telling you is what I'm telling you is to Mar's point, and I'm sorry, Mark, because it is your point, but I'm gonna take this for a second because I am driving. I told me I could do whatever I wanted to do. To Mar's point, man. You can take. If you put Terrell Davis on that Jacksonville team and you put Fred Taylor on that Broncos team, they still winning them rings.
They still win them.
Fred Taylor.
And they're going to talk about Fred Taylor.
Terrell Davis is not doing what he did with Denver and Jacksonville. It's not happening.
Circumstances matter. Circumstances matter.
And the only reason Terrell is in there is because he got the ring. That's the only reason. He got the ring. He got the Super Bowl ring.
He got those rings for that team.
No. No.
Not Ed McCaffrey and Rod Smith and Shannon Sharp and
that team. Those teams won because they were a great team
and a Hall of Fame quarterback. Come on, what are you doing, G-Money?
And Shanahan at the helm coaching. What just TD
G-Money?
You're telling me Terrell Davis didn't have amazing performances for those playoff runs?
I'm not saying that. He had a great
historical performances.
Okay, he had a great 2000 season, but go outside that 2000 season in those 2 Super Bowls, what the hell did Terrell do?
Got
He was on
7,000 yards. He
special
don't even got 10,000 yards, bro.
Look, Terrell
Migraine headaches are fault.
Hey, man, I need you to put that Henny down tonight, dog. Hey,
I'm with G. G has some very valid points.
no, he got some valid points, but
very valid
what I'm
points.
saying is the fact of the matter is when Fred Taylor literally is not in a market that is going to be football eccentric. He was in Jacksonville. That team, by the time he got there, the team only been there about 2 years in the league. So you're not getting that market. You're not getting that spotlight. And when you're playing with other Hall of Famers in the same conference, more times than not, they're gonna like the guy from Jacksonville. Yeah, his numbers look good, but I want LaDainian Tomlinson.
All right, let me. Sorry,
I want those guys in the Pro Bowl. So I'm to me, I get your point about the Pro Bowls not being there, but I'm not gonna hold that against Fred because that's a popularity vote. That ain't about the stats and the skills. That's a hey man. Hey, he's on this market. We all see him. Emmitt Smith made plenty of Pro Bowls, but that guy had a Hall of Fame line in front of him.
Oh, don't get me
started. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I was about to say,
don't get me started. But hey,
don't do that.
Because Barry Sanders ain't had no Hall of Fame line.
Yeah. But Barry Sanders. But here's the thing. I'm with you, Mar. I'm with you because I cannot ever give the props to the Cowboys. But what I will say is this: Barry Sanders' ass quit. So that's his fault. That ain't got shit to do with Emmitt. You can sit up here and say Emmitt had the best line and all that. That ain't the cards that were dealt was
you got to hit that hole. You got to hit the hole. You got to make the right decision.
If Barry never quit, then we wouldn't even be having a conversation about Emmitt.
Barry didn't quit. Barry was smart.
Man, Barry ass quit, man.
Nah, he ain't quit. He wanted to walk past this game. He wanted to think past this game.
No, he was tired of being some shit. That's what it was.
Hey, you know somebody else who wanted to think past their game? Terrell Davis.
Tired of that losing shit. That shit wears down on you, bro.
I don't blame him.
I'm with you. I played for Blair High School. I played for Montgomery Blair High School. We worked in 4-year increments and wins. We won one game 4 years, then we lost for 4 years straight. Then we won one game for 4 years. So I know about losing. You ain't got to tell me. Very quick.
Hey, can we go back to Terrell Davis, fellas? Can we go back to Terrell Davis real quick?
Y'all
down to him?
I will take a detour back to Terrell Davis. I will say this, though. To your point, G, I do think a lot of what you're saying is true about Fred Taylor and why he shouldn't be in. But I think with not just you, but what the voters are not taking into account is his circumstances compared to everyone else's. And that's what I think Mar and Jay are saying. His circumstances. Now, I will say to the Emmitt point, I give Emmitt his props. But to Mar's point, Emmitt had the perfect situation. He got a Hall of Fame receiver. He got a Hall of Fame coach. He got a Hall of Fame quarterback. He had the perfect situation. Tom Coughlin was a tyrant in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have the perfect coach. He didn't have the perfect quarterback. He didn't have well, I would say those two receivers that also should be Hall of Fame talked about. They earned theirs. Nobody cared about them before.
Tandem because that was like to me one of the best wide receiver tandems in
that. Yeah, they was tough. They was tough.
Madden, he was nice. They were nice and Madden.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta give him. You gotta at this point with the Hall of Fame. Dion said there should be two different slots in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the VIP
Hall of Game and the Hall of Fame. I think if we're just talking about the Hall of Fame, and I even the Hall of Game,
legacy.
G, you convinced me today, and I'm gonna move on because I know this is getting heated.
Hey, I ain't gonna let y'all disrespect Terrell Davis like this.
No, it's no disrespect on Terrell. It's just that he had a better situation.
Don't let me go like the dude from around the horn and start muting everybody.
Fred Taylor played 153 games. Terrell Davis played 78 games.
Yeah, because
78 games. That's half the games that Fred Taylor has played. Less than
and
had 7,600 yards.
Okay, G, that's great. He played 76 games with a Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame coach, Hall of Fame tight end, possibly 2 Hall of Fame receivers. Like you can't do that.
So that would be like Barry Sanders talk. If you played this season,
hold on.
You could have done
Terrell
better.
Davis only played 7 seasons, bro. He got hurt and couldn't play no more.
No, I can't see. Okay,
Right.
so that's not
So
my
when he
argument.
was on the field, he was amazing.
That's not my argument. I
season.
can't use that same argument,
Besides
Mark.
that 2000 season and that other Super Bowl following right behind it, Terrell Davis wasn't doing a damn thing, bro. Take
Yeah,
those
if
seasons
Brock
out,
Osweiler
like
was
Jack.
Terrell Davis's quarterback, they would have been some shit. Let's call it spade a spade. If Brock Osweiler was Terrell Davis's quarterback, they'd have been some garbage. Like, he benefited from and that's the thing with the sports that's great about sports. And I'm gonna move on. As you guys can see, this is heated.
Oh, we're gonna have another one next week too.
Terrell Davis only played 2 seasons of 16 games, and he had 21 touchdowns in one of them, 13 touchdowns in another.
And he had fucking John Elway as his quarterback.
And he had a system. That system you put you put any back behind Shanahan's system.
They did it. You remember on Landis Gary?
Steve Slayton.
You remember Mike Anderson? He had his moment.
Alfred Morris had his moment.
In Washington. Bro, Mike Shanahan had a very system that was very conducive for running backs to get their numbers.
It's not even just the running backs. It's also you had great quarterbacks as well. So
and a Hall of Fame tight end
and receivers. You couldn't put 9 in the box.
Oh my God.
You couldn't put 9 in the box because you couldn't.
No, that's such a Cowboys response right there, man. That's such.
Listen. This podcast has gotten off the rails. I'm moving on because
I love it.
3/4 of our squad.
Hey, comment if you agree or disagree with us, folks. Please.
3/4 of us. Hey, listen. Let me get back to the keys to the. Where are my keys at?
Hey, Fred T, man, it's all love, homie. It's all love, though, bro.
With Fred T, man. Pivot.
See, y'all not taking me serious today while I'm driving this goddamn bus.
Oh shit!
All right, listen.
I see you switched hats too.
Yeah. So listen, we're gonna go 60 seconds on this. NFL players aren't the brightest. We know that.
Oh, man.
Okay. And one thing we have one of the greatest people out here right now in sports betting on our podcast. And he tells you each week what to do, what to not to do. His name is G Money, and he got G Money Bets. He done told y'all multiple times. I don't even want to ask y'all what y'all think about this. What I want to ask y'all is this. What should be the penalty for these fools? Because we're seeing they getting year-long suspensions, and that's all well and good. But I'm going to be honest with you. Roger Goodell kind of looking at Adam Silverish.
Nah, not even.
Shit.
He went hard.
Listen,
They're not year-long. They're indefinite suspensions.
I haven't passed the ball yet. The reason why I'm saying he's looking what you call softish is because if I've told you not to do it and you do it, I know for a fact this is not the first time these players were warned. Stop, but you keep going. So, do y'all think these penalties fit the crimes that they're committed of? Or do you guys think that the penalties should be a little bit softer? I'm going to start with G Money because he jumped in here. So go ahead, G. You're the betting guy. You can't get suspended.
They're making it harsh because they don't want it to happen, pretty much. And he's definitely not Adam Silverish because John Moran. If John Moran was in the NFL, he would have been suspended indefinitely as well, probably. Let's be
nothing.
Let's be real. NFL ain't scared to throw out some suspension every once in a while. That's for sure. But should he be suspended? Yeah, like don't bet on like Isaiah Rodgers for the Colts. He placed a prop bet on his running back to get over 100 yards in the game. Like, obviously, you probably know the game plan, so you have inside information. Let's be real. You know they're going to feed the ball to him that game. That's what the coaches tell you. This is just stupid. Like, don't bet on your sport. We told the college athletes, don't bet on your sport, and you're free to go. Bet MLB, bet soccer, Bet WNBA. Bet Special Olympics are allowed to be bet on right now. Bet that.
Wow.
But
Jesus
don't
Christ.
bet on your sport. Let's be real.
Yo.
Don't be stupid, people.
Wait, hold on,
Hey.
G Money. Did you just say you can bet on the Special Olympics?
No, you
Word
can't.
on the street, you
He's not-
can.
He's not
Throw
lying.
some money on that joint. Parlay.
Jesus Christ.
Yo.
He's not lying. He's not lying. He's
Bro,
not
this
lying.
shit getting out of control, bro.
Yes, Jae Jones. What you think?
I think 10 players suspended in 2 years. This I understand most of these players are not getting the whopping big contracts, but why, like, y'all are getting fairly good money. Isaiah Rodgers was getting 3.4 or $4.3 million. I know that's not a lot compared to NFL standards, but he was probably getting ready to get the bag because he was a top rated. They were comparing him to Stephon Gilmore and things like that. He just messed his whole bag up. Because they're going to use, now he out a year, so that's going to mess up contract negotiations. So I just don't see what NFL players get from betting. Like I understand you know, you might want to bet, but you don't really get nothing from it. You're getting yourself in trouble. And on the NFL side, just make a zero tolerance policy, right? Just say, listen, anybody that works for the NFL, whether you're a player or a coach, whatever, if you are employed by NFL, if you're caught betting, you will be suspended or fired, terminated, whatever the case might be. Stop with this. Oh, if you own an NFL facility, you're going to get, you know, all that. Man, look, either you can bet or not. And if you get caught betting, your ass is out. Point blank, period. Move on. Simplify it.
That's kind of what I mean by as far as Roger Goodell being soft. I agree with you, Jay. Put a damn flat line on it and say, look, this is what it is. You can do whatever you want. Don't bet on our sport and don't bet on our facilities.
That's what they're telling the players, though.
No, but they're telling them there's no rule.
But
they're telling them, but there's no rule for it yet.
There is.
This stuff. But it's not like, so my tackle was one of the guys who just got suspended. And apparently, from what he was saying, he didn't realize that he could not bet on the facilities at the time where he was betting. I don't know when they implemented these rules because they just made it legal.
Right.
You know
that's what I'm saying, G. I get your point because they probably did send a memo out, but the public didn't know this. So therefore, how do we? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to give the players pass by no means. I'm just saying, as the public, we just found out these rules exist. Most of it is common sense. Common sense will tell you not to bet on your sport. Common sense will tell you not to bet on your team, especially after Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm. And you notice that it's certain teams that there are multiple players, so it's actually those teams probably that did not inform those players correctly too.
That's a good point.
True. And that's true. What I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So to Jay's point, it needs to be broadcasted fully what everything is, so these players can and just put a strict line through it and say this is what we're allowing and this is not what we're allowing. It's never been publicized. And unfortunately, again, common sense ain't common. So, you know, a lot of these players, to Jay's point, he's saying his player didn't know. I mean, his player probably, I was about to say something really mean.
That's that Ja Morant toy gun excuse.
That's what I'm saying. His player probably got some goofy, because he's in Tennessee, he probably got some goofy logic. He wasn't thinking. And again, common sense ain't common. Wildcard Mall, jumping in, man.
No, I'm gonna say this. I'm at that point where Jay's at, like, just having zero tolerance, either do it or don't, because and to G point, I know what you're saying, because I'm looking at the rules right now. The 6 rules that they're definitely emphasizing: don't bet on the NFL, don't gamble at your team facility while traveling for a road game or staying at a team hotel, don't have someone bet for you, don't share team inside information, don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season, don't play daily fantasy football. Those are 6 rules that they're emphasizing. So I get it. To me, that's simple. But I just got a problem with suspending them indefinitely, 6 games, a year. But to my homeboy Carl's at the Sports Hit List. He had a nice short. My thing is like, what message are you sending? Guys get DV cases, guns situations, or
Other stuff.
Next topic we talking about. Guy get popped for PEDs. They get 4 games. So what's your message you're sending? So you're saying it's cool to get, use performance enhancing drugs, get some DV situations, can't keep your hands to yourself. Get 4 games, 6 games. Hey, but don't bet on the game. We get you out of here on that shit. So to me, that's wild. It's a weird message.
Well,
it is, but it's like fixing. You could like fix the game type stuff. I think that's where they're going out for.
But Gary, come on. The moment you introduce gambling to the sport, you open up that gate regardless.
Oh yeah,
right. And I think that's okay. So you're right, but in fairness to my Uncle Roger, when did the domestic violence situation first started? Like when we had, let's go back. Not saying that it's never been there in football, but it's to us. To the new world, to the modern world, Ray Rice was like pretty much the first one.
He was the poster child.
Right. I don't want to call it poster, but let me finish.
Hold on, Mike. Just hear me out. I think what you're saying is true, but it was the first actual case that we saw with film to go with it.
Well, no. That was not even what I was going to say. Even if it wasn't film to it, what I'm saying is their handling of it. Everybody didn't agree with it in the beginning.
I got you.
So right now, this is the beginning of the wave of this, and they didn't necessarily. That's what I'm saying. G says they know it's a rule, but I don't think that everyone knows the clear rule for it yet.
Exactly.
And that part hasn't been established yet because it's fairly new, similar to Ray Rice, where we didn't know the rule before. Before there was a video for Ray Rice. Mm-hmm. He only got 4 games.
I mean, that's not just not a rule. That's like a law. Like keep your hands to yourself.
No. I know that, G. But what I'm saying is, when Ray Rice did it originally, before there was a video ever out, there was only 4 to 6 games that he got.
True.
When the video came out, that's when everything changed.
Yeah, everything changed.
So what I'm saying
is outcry. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is, for this situation with the sports. With the sports betting, this is fairly new. We weren't getting it before they started opening up sports betting in all these states. We weren't really getting players getting caught for sports betting. So right now, the way they're dealing with it is kind of maybe case by case situation, depending on what what you've probably been told. And I said this before on the show. I think a lot of these players are just doing it, and they don't know the repercussions behind it because it hasn't been publicized. Every time that one of these situations happen, we start finding out, oh, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this, they can't do that. But we never knew what they could do until they get caught.
That's their team's fault, like I was saying. Because it's certain teams that have not informed their players correctly, probably, or enough. Because
that for sure.
Like, it's a bunch of Colts. It's a bunch of Colts this time around, right now.
I agree.
I think it's just a tough day for the AFC South, but I think now because last year, I think they're starting to emphasize it more. Like they just had Tom Brady speaking on it and things like that. Like they're speaking on it more because they see that it's a problem that multiple players are getting caught. Like he tried to he had his mans or somebody to put the bets in his name and all that other stuff. Now, if you bet on your team, that's just goofy. That's just goofy. Like you should know not to be betting on your team. Like that's just common sense, but
you know that because we're judging it as almost 40-year-old people.
But I mean,
I get what you're saying.
Stupid does.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, to Gary's point, the teams aren't doing a good job. If I don't know that I'm doing something wrong, and ain't nobody telling me that I'm doing something wrong,
I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
But Calvin Ridley got suspended for a year for betting on his team or betting on NFL games. Like,
yeah, but I also know there's 4 other people on my team that ain't getting in trouble yet.
Hey, trust me, I bet you.
And none of these
who you are. It matters who you are.
Yeah.
If there's a big name dude out there in the game of NFL that's probably betting and doing the same thing that these other guys. Because look at the names of these guys. For the most part, these are free agents and reserves.
Well, Isaiah Rodgers was he was
one of the
key
bigger
piece.
names.
Okay, he's one of the biggest names, but he was coming up. But he
wasn't a household. None of the guys that have been suspended are household names.
Other than Calvin Ridley's the biggest.
Calvin Ridley, he's the biggest name. Yeah.
Okay,
but that was from Alabama. Well, he had a good season.
That's also because he had those mental health issues.
So we know who Calvin Ridley is. But is Calvin Ridley going to be like one of your household names or even international names that people are going to be able to pick out and be like,
but that's the G's point.
Yeah,
the teams are not informing. The G's point is these teams are not informing these players enough. To G's point, and I mean, me and G, we don't always agree on everything, but I agree with him on this. If Calvin Ridley got suspended for a whole year and he means something to the team, it definitely should have been enforced more amongst these teams. Hey, yo, if you're doing this, quit it now.
True.
Yep.
And Isaiah's to Jay's point, Isaiah is a big name on that team. He matters to that team.
Hell yeah.
He was about to get the bag.
Definitely.
So it does matter who you are. I'm not going to spend too much time on this no more because we spent a lot of time on this.
Zero tolerance, NFL. Zero tolerance.
I'm leaning towards that, Jay. I think that's what they need to do as far as this, because to me personally, I just feel as though they give them a little bit too much wiggle room. I think if you're a professional athlete, if the NFL really wants sports betting not to get and influence the game, if you're a professional NFL player, you can't do any sports betting. You have to have a zero tolerance to this. I get you because I see your face. I understand they're grown people. They should be able to do a little bit of, but they don't know how to do it right.
Hey, be like MJ. Play some tonk, play some spades, play them card games, man.
Hey, listen,
some dice.
You've been telling them for weeks to what to do, and they still ain't listening to you. So obviously they don't have a mindset to think on their own, to think the right thing. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds apiece on Cam Robinson from Jacksonville, 4-game suspension. What y'all think? I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds apiece. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Wildcard Mar.
Bad news for Trevor Lawrence for the first 4 games. That's your starting left tackle. You just lost your other right tackle last year to Kansas City Chiefs. So, there might be a rough 4-game stretch to start for Trevor. Might be on his ass a lot.
Jae Jones.
Hey, man, he loses $3.5 million. Boys his guarantee of $16 million base salary. Tough day for the AFC South. First 4 games, it's going to be tough for Jacksonville, man. Not the way you wanted to start the season off.
Facts.
G Bunny, go ahead.
Hey, agree with everything. Hey, that's a lot of money, Cam Robinson. You done fucked the bag up for yourself, brother. Damn. But, hey, somebody who's going to benefit from this, their rookie first-round pick, Anton Harrison from Oklahoma, pick number 27 in the draft for Jacksonville. He's a tackle.
30 seconds up.
Hey, my 30 seconds ain't up.
Yes, it is. It just was up. I've been.
You got 30 seconds as a group, then, bro.
G rebellious.
Hey, quick thing since G want to be rebellious. G threw this in the topics. I have no clue. Y'all don't have to give any opinion because I'm moving on. Keenan Allen with the Gargoyle or Masked Singer. We're moving on.
Hey, Keenan Allen, you my fantasy guy.
No.
Hey, can I say something real quick on that?
No.
I'm an AFC West guy.
Hey.
Yes, go ahead, Mar.
Hey, it don't matter because you need to worry about being healthy on the field, bro. All right, keep it moving.
Hey, Keenan Allen got a better voice than y'all.
No. Don't make me mute. I don't want to be Rinaldi from Around the Horn. Okay, we're going to move on to one of my favorite sports right now, the NBA. And I'm going to start it off differently because I'm pretty sure everybody thought we were probably going to start this off lengthy with this topic, but I don't think anybody cared because when he got traded to. He got traded to Utah. Jason Collins got traded to Utah. John Collins, got traded to Utah. 24-second clock, guys. If this is a big deal or not, G-Money.
Hey, if it was Jason Collins, that would have been a big deal. He's a bum. But John Collins, hey, Hawks got rid of 3 years, $78 million contract. He got some extra flexibility out there that's big for the Hawks. Rudy Gay's coming their way, future second-round pick. They're okay. But John Collins, he's going to do something in Utah. It's going to help them out a lot over there, I think.
Wildcard Mar.
Atlanta used John Collins as a salary dump. Let's call it what it is. They just freed up a lot of money, so expect them to be, pretty active in the free agency. So it's a win-win. Because if John Collins is healthy for Utah, you got a young, nice little power forward that can really leap out the gym. So it's a win-win for both of them.
Thank you for Bronny. What's up, Jae Jones?
Hey man, I like the move for Utah. I think Utah building something that's gonna be pretty special over there. I like the draft that they had. Atlanta, like Mar said, it was a salary dump. I guess they're gonna try to get DeJounte, but I'm interested to see if they're gonna move Trey.
Hey, you guys did good, man. All of y'all left some time on the clock. Y'all were not like the 7-second Suns. That's pretty good. You guys are good. 7-second Suns, they ain't never win nothing. So you guys are winners. Hey, moving on to Portland. This is getting on my nerves. They need to figure out what they're gonna do. Dame's the most loyal person I've ever seen in my life.
He's the most unloyal.
The most loyal person. Like, he's holding them hostage, bro. Let's go, Jae Jones. What should Portland do with Dame Lillard? If I was Portland, I'm gonna tell you this much: I'll ship him to Vancouver at this point.
I'm with you, bro. I think they got to trade him. They keep saying they want him to retire as a Blazer, but Dame wants to play with. He doesn't want to join forces and team up, but he doesn't want to play with a young team. Like, just trade Dame, get some valuable pieces, rebuild Portland, and work with Dame to get to a team that he wants to get to. I think he should go to Miami, your team, Mike, with the hat. And let's just move on with this. I'm tired of it too. I'm tired of hearing about it. Like, let's just get this done. And I pray this gets done this offseason and it doesn't linger around going into the season. Portland, trade him.
Got you.
Just do it.
Wildcard Mar, jump in here, man.
I think Dame should actually just chill out. I mean, Anthony Simons, you should try to re-sign Jeremy Grant if you can. Just got Scoot. I mean, I know you say you don't want to try with a lot of these young cats, but hell, some of these young cats got some talent. Why don't you try to make it work? Because hell, they have already been trying to make it work so many different combinations since you've been there. What the hell does it matter? You still got max dollars. Chill out, man.
G Money. This wasn't a 60-second little thing. You could have went in, but go ahead, G Money.
No, that was it.
Hey, like you said, they drafted Scoot. You know who else they picked up? The second all-time leading scorer in the NCAA, Antoine Davis. Shout out. But what they need to do, they need to wait for the right offer for him. He's going to be moved at some point or another, and Dame ain't going to be in Portland by the start of the next NBA season, I don't think.
Where you think he's going to go?
Who knows?
I got him.
Hopefully not Miami.
He's cool with Bam. You know what I'm saying? I think he gives them everything that they need, man. Like, just get it done.
Oh, yeah. They definitely need him down there because they ain't got the talent.
You see G throwing shots at.
He throwing shots.
Shots. You know,
second place trophy they're not giving out in the NBA.
Hey, last week I told y'all I wasn't even the host of the show last week. I told y'all what we weren't going to be talking about. I told y'all. I promise y'all, we were not at it.
Ain't doing it.
You
got
see,
the hat.
It's the hater up there diagonal to me that
the hat's like a target.
He didn't even need to bring us up. He didn't even say nothing about us. But we know damn well when he ain't going, that's a team he ain't going to y'all. He ain't not going to y'all at all. If he quit basketball, if he get traded to y'all, that man
got the money.
Hey, Mark, he'll go to Impact Wrestling before he go to the Washington Wizards.
Oh man,
I ain't going to AEW. I'm going
to AEW. No. AEW is a step up for him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to Impact. Yeah.
He's going to Impact. He said, "Forget that."
Hey, big fish in a real small pond.
He's about to put his Pac-Man Jones if he gets it. Man, they're like, yeah, dang. We want to trade you to the Washington Wizards. We got a great package to come for us. He gonna be like, man, I retire. Anywho.
Exactly.
Did I go to you, Mar? I went to you, right?
Yeah.
I went to G. I went to Jay. Listen, Dame, shut up. Every damn day we hear you meet with somebody. Stop meeting. You ain't want nothing. Let's call it a spade a spade. You ain't want nothing in your life. You are a great player. We love you. You're a great dude. You've been loyal to the franchise. But right now, you seem like a little bratty. It ain't Dame time. It ain't been Dame time since before the bubble.
Since
You gotta
CJ
relax.
been gone. Since
You need to get
CJ
on that
been
banana
gone.
boat with those guys.
What you need to do is just shut up and just play basketball. And whatever team you play with, wherever the ball roll out, that's what you need to do. All this complaining is like, come on, bro. You just want some attention. And we get it. You've been in Portland the whole time. So, you ain't really get all the attention that you think you deserve. But damn, bro, like, you dragging us out. If you're going to come to us, put it this way. If you're going to come to us, this ain't the way you should be doing it. We don't like this. Like we just was like when LeBron kind of did the 4, not 3, not 4. We was kind of looking at him like, "Hey, bro, shut up."
Yeah, I
You
actually told him to shut up.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta relax. So Dame, take your time, shut up, go where you're gonna go, relax, and just be. You know what I'm saying? Just relax.
Hey, yeah.
He should have left when CJ was gone. Once they traded CJ, should
Now,
have left.
Another player.
They ain't been helping him.
They haven't been helping him. At the same time, he keep talking all this loyalty shit. He ain't helping himself.
Trying to be the nice guy.
Man, he's trying to be a loser. That's what he's trying to do.
To be fair to Dame, all the options that they tried to help him with, they always seem to get hurt. From whether CJ, Nurkic, Anthony Simons.
Because they paying him $250 million.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
Nah, you can't. They ain't did nothing to surround Dame, man.
Man, I'm tired of hearing that. Nah, man. We gotta again. Yo,
they had CJ.
See, y'all giving me how my Hollywood rant right now. Y'all, we gotta stop doing this for these players, dog. Every single time we keep saying they didn't give him this, they didn't give him that. Well, goddamn, what do you want them to give him? When he first came to the league, he came in the league with LaMarcus Aldridge, which was a perennial all-star every year. They traded his ass away. They got CJ McCollum. They had CJ McCollum and him for a couple of years. They ain't do shit.
It was getting hurt all the time, though.
He was getting hurt all the time, though, too.
True. He definitely got hurt last year. So
he was hurt the year before that. That's why they just need to trade him. Get it out. It's done.
Hey,
Dame hurt because he been carrying, dog.
Dame hurt because the load management, man. God damn it. I'm tired of hearing about these players, man. Nah, man, stop complaining, dog. If we're not going to give, if we're going to grill LeBron for leaving Cleveland when he did, Dame, we're going to grill your goofy ass for staying in Portland.
Yes, sir.
You should have been rolled out.
Out of there.
LeBron James, Kevin Durant, freaking the next person we're about to talk about, James Harden gave you the blueprint. You should have been left. Moving on. This bum ass dude, James Harden. Jesus Christ. He want more jerseys than Shaq at this point. He wants to play for all the NBA teams. That's the record he's trying to get. He don't want no rings. He just want to play for every team.
Every franchise, huh?
Rumor is he signed an extension. No, he opted in so he can get traded to another team to help the Sixers out. Somebody
take it.
Somebody.
Take it, G.
Hey,
out of this shit.
He's trying to be a nice guy, man. I'm gonna opt in and I'm gonna help y'all out. Y'all can trade me, you know. I'm not gonna just walk away from you. I'm not gonna push myself away like I did the Rockets. I'm not gonna push myself away like I did the Nets. This time I'm gonna opt in so then you can trade me for something better. You're still a sucker, James Harden. Nobody likes playing with you. You were great. You were great when you were the solo act, and that's where your name lies. Hey, NBA top 75 fail.
This guy said, "Hey, man, trade me from Houston to Brooklyn," and then he said, "You know what? I really wanted to be in Philly."
That's what my heart was. I want to go to Philly
the whole time.
Up in this thing, man, because this dude, he's
gonna use that same line. Like, you know what? I really should have been in LA.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like-
I should have been in China, Taiwan. You know?
Saudi Arabia. They handing out the
Hey,
bags out there.
Dubai, let's go.
Like, you look at what Brooklyn gave up to get him, man. I mean, we ain't gonna speak about one player. They gave up Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2 first-round picks for James Harden. Like, for him to only be there for less than 2 years and be like, all right. But I will say this. I think this is more Joel Embiid than anything. I think Joel Embiid don't want to play with him. I think he realized and saw what James Harden's style or whatever it wouldn't win. If you look at Game 6, Game 7, a lot of his body language, Joel Embiid, it looked a little questionable.
You just pissed me off, man. You just pissed me off. Go ahead, though.
I just think, man, I don't know what James Harden. I don't know where he goes. He wanted to go to Houston. I just don't think he's gonna end up with a contending team. They keep saying the Clippers and the Knicks. I don't understand why he would want to go to either. Why either one of them teams would trade for him, and then they talking about Cleveland on the back end. But
Cleveland,
yeah, it's rumors to saying that
no
Cleveland
clubs in Cleveland, James.
They saying
I'm about to say that the last place he going.
Man, they saying Cleveland might be trying to work something crazy out, possibly to try to get James Harden. From what I've seen, but I don't know, man. He got to be the third wheel wherever he go, man. I don't even. He just.
You know why that pissed me off? What you said about Joel Embiid?
Because he is sucker too.
And if Joel Embiid, I'm gonna let Joel Embiid. You done played with 67 different players of your liking that you wanted. Trust the process. Remember, none of these processes is working. It's like trying to run Microsoft Word 7 on Microsoft 12. It don't work, bro. You listen, I know a lot of people are like, what the hell are you talking about? Joel Embiid, if you're trying to get James Harden out of there, I promise you, you would never win anything. And I'm coming to your house to personally give that during the Joker. Like, I'm on my way to take that MVP.
We ain't that far. We ain't that far. We right down the street.
I'm not tripping on
that far from y'all.
Go ahead, Mar. Jump in this thing, man. What you think about this ridiculousness going on?
Hey, man, I might be probably not on this show, but I might be in the minority. I've never been big on James Harden, so I don't even give a damn. Like, just I'm done talking about the dude. The dude ain't gonna be nothing but a stat chasing, only play offense, play very opportunistic defense when it matters. But ain't gonna. I'm just annoyed with. He's like one of those athletes that like he annoys me because I'm like you are the product of like it's
Thuggish.
Yeah, it's me. It's the James Harden show. Like, bro, like that whole.
So go to Indiana, bro, and let it be, or go to not even Indiana. Go to
The Wizards.
No, hell no, hell no.
Nah,
he could be at Stadium and Rose Bar.
Oh no,
Hey.
no. I would take that back.
Let's go. They got a place called Body Shop around the corner, James. I got you.
I take it away. I take that back because I am a DMV native and I know what he would do to the economy here. That might be a good idea. You know, he might be. He might
go to Atlanta, bro, on some real.
No. If he go to Atlanta, that's it. That's
no hell nah.
No
Blue Flame, Magic City. Nah, he don't need to be in Atlanta.
If he go to Atlanta, he not gonna play the basketball game ever again.
No,
I'm not saying he's not suiting up. I'm not saying he won't be on the court. What I'm saying is he won't be focused on basketball ever again if he goes to Atlanta.
Nah, he got to go to a team with low expectations.
Has he been focused on basketball?
Yeah, because he gonna be there with his best friend, little baby.
He had an escape out there to Las Vegas, right?
Look, man, he got to go to a
team. He
team.
To Las Vegas if he go to Atlanta.
Cause he right on the block.
Right, he did. Yeah, if he go, that's the worst place he need to. If he go to Atlanta, it's over. It's a wrap. You might as well forget him playing efficient ever again.
Go to Portland with Dame.
I'm saying I can see it happening because I can see them when DeAndre Hunter to the second team, have James play there. Keep Murray. I'm
I
telling
didn't see James Harden and the Rockets, how they travel, bro. I've seen James Harden, bro. I'm not going to go into detail on this camera, but I didn't see the team come and James Harden come a day or two later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he doing what he doing because it's an off day. Nah, don't go to Atlanta. He can go to Portland, him and Dame, and they can dribble, shoot all day long.
Triple shoot.
Moving on. And it's another segment about players that think highly of themselves, but really ain't really. They have high expectations from everyone else, but they reach their expectations for themselves, but not for us. NBA free agency predictions. We got Freaky Deaky Zion, PG-13, who is somebody's favorite player and thinks the good GOAT, but whatever.
Goat.
Got Julius Randle, and we got Cat, who thinks he's the best big man of all time. Anybody else? I'm gonna give you guys 60 seconds apiece. What do you guys think about the upcoming free agency? It starts on Saturday, correct?
I think it started Friday.
Well, I think it's July 1st.
Yeah,
so
Friday.
Oh yeah.
12 a.m.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
So
By
Jae
the
Jones,
time
what
this
you think?
episode drop.
Yeah, we are recording on Thursday, by the way, so we do not have those news official for y'all.
Let me reset it then. Jae Jones, go ahead. Damn it, you drinking? No, you're not ready. Mark, go ahead.
Nah, I think the biggest one is for the Lakers got to get they got to keep some of their pieces. I know they sent tennis out to Rui and Austin Reeves, but Austin Reeves has been getting a lot of love from around the league. So they got to. I'm not actually looking at them to get a lot of people back. I saw they want to go after Brook Lopez.
Who?
Okay, they want to go after Brook Lopez. Look,
He got
7 foot center shooting at three. That's what they do now. But I just think they need to keep the people that they help overachieve this past postseason. Keep those people, and then if you could get somebody on a real cheap veteran minimum that wants to ring chase with Bron, then so be it. Bring him in. But for the most part, try to keep everything in house or what you got, and just swap out certain players.
Okay, you left 2 seconds on the clock. That's pretty good. Let's go. G Money.
Hey, Wild Carmar speaking as Lakers there, he got to show him some love.
Got to.
Some advice
Damn
over
sure
there.
can't
He
speak on
need
your
it.
team.
He need it. Hey, but nah, for all those players, I think most of them stay where they are. Actually, I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. Kyrie's a big name out there, and nobody wants him right now. Phoenix is interested, and Dallas is definitely wants him back. Supposedly there's some talk, some whispers about PG and James Harden maybe swapping over that joint. So PG go. I mean, he's gonna be good in Philly. PG would be good if he's healthy anywhere, pretty much. He's a both-way player, so that never hurts any team he goes to. But I think most players stay where they're at for the most part. And hopefully we see some fireworks sometime this year, man. Hey, we got to talk about something later on this season. Let's go. Give us something.
Let's go, Jae Jones.
I think it's gonna be a lot of movement. Obviously we just spoke about James Harden, but they also got Tobias Harris, who was doing a lot of talking this week too. So I'm keeping my eye on Philly, keeping my eye on the Rockets. I want to see what they're gonna do. Emi Udoka, they're talking about Fred VanVleet might come down there. And Sacramento, I want to see what they're gonna do. I think Kyle Kuzma is a perfect fit out there. I think he can help them. Obviously, get them maybe to the next round or whatever like that. But I think it's gonna be a lot of movement.
Kyle Kuzma shit.
Yeah, he just can't. My outfits he got chilled with, but and I told y'all if Kyrie was going to Phoenix last year, so
you did say that. I'm gonna give y'all 15 seconds apiece. 15 seconds. That's it.
15 seconds. Shit.
Who represents the Eastern Conference?
Oh,
in the finals next year?
Shit.
Go ahead, Mar.
That's tough, bro. Like I need to see final transactions and shit. Philly, because of pressure on.
Wrong answer, motherfucker. Jae Jones.
I got Boston and Phoenix.
He got a mute button.
Motherfucker. Go ahead, Gary.
Oh,
We already know it ain't gonna be your motherfucking team. And that's the end of the show, y'all. This is another episode of Man Cave Sports Podcast. Me with your host Mike T. We rotate every week if you guys didn't notice already. Jae Jones, go ahead, give him your socials, man.
Unmute yourself. You got muted.
Hey, fam was over here wilding with the mute button, bro.
Go ahead, Wildcard Jay. Still working on that mute.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to work technology. He's like 57. Go ahead, Jae Jones. You back
Nah,
now.
man. Jae Jones on all 4 social media platforms, man. Y'all know where y'all can find me. The Man Cave Sports Podcast. Oh, The Man Cave Sports Group on Facebook. Shout out to Domingo Herman as well, man. Perfect game. Shout out to him. Yankees.
Yes. I did mention him because there was people saying that
He's a bum.
he might be back on that stuff. That's what they said. That But go ahead, G Money. Where you at, man? Tell them where they can
find me on Twitter at G Money Caveman. But if y'all interested, fantasy football draft, I am the commish for the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Make sure y'all send us an email, 613Faye, FAYE @gmail.com. Send us a video, send us something why you should be part of this fantasy football league. We have an official championship belt for all the winners, for the winner, actually, the Man Cave, the winner. But make sure you send it to us. We get you up. Hit any of us up on social media to try to get in this raffle to get on the fantasy league for sure.
Yes. G Money's taking his money on the side cut with that promo. Wildcard Mark, holla at me.
Yes, sir. Casey Wildcard Mart on Twitter, Wildcard Mart on Facebook and Instagram, and of course, all IOW sports content. If you're not peeping me out here on the 613 Faye production, so IOW Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You dig?
Hey, G Money's like, hey man, listen, man, it's a $20 entry fee.
Hey.
If you give me 60, I go ahead and start fly you in because we got a long list. So you give me 60, you guarantee the spot, player.
Put that money on that parlay, baby.
Hey,
See, look at
and you know where you can find me. IG, everybody loves Mike T. Twitter, Mike T304. And on that Facebook, Michael Turner. You can find me there, baby. And listen, we are out of here. Hey, 40
water.
Sprinkle me, baby. Hey.
Hey, July 15th, make sure you there. The Man Cave Sports Podcast versus the Facts Crew and Kickball. Make sure you there. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are picking teams there as well. So if you're coming, you're not necessarily on the team yet. You might know G Money. You might know Jae Jones. You might know Wildcard Mark. You might know me. That does not mean you're on our team. So come on out. Come on, have fun with us. Also, the basketball game as well. We're doing big things here, 613. We having fun. Hey, thank y'all for subscribing to us. If you have not subscribed, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button below. Hit that button for us. You get all the notifications coming up, letting you know all the 613 content. Hey, Jae Jones, go ahead and tell them what they can do, though, baby.
Hey, we finna shut the door on y'all asses and we out.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We're going to have to do that again.
Oh, shit. Remix.
All right, hold on.
Hold on.
That was so good, Jay. That was so good. I ain't gonna lie. The paper hit the camera.
It was very good, but you know what's not good? The Washington Wizards. Go ahead, Jay.
Shut the door on their ass.